Eric Adams, now officially indicted, pleaded not guilty.
Of all the New York politicians to get indicted for all the potential crimes, this has got to be one of the sorriest, saddest, most pitiful indictments I've ever seen. It says very little about Eric Adams. Aside from me, he's obviously done something right to get this nonsense from the Southern District of New York, one of the most corrupt jurisdictions. If you wanted to lock up criminals in New York, start with the Southern District of New York. Just go through the FBI office, go through the U.S. Attorney's office. You got your biggest criminals in New York. This indictment is a joke. It is a complete joke. It shows how insane their bribery interpretations have become.
Well, it's a joke in that, reading through it very summarily and reading some analysis, taking campaign contributions and then bestowing gifts like granting construction permits without a fire inspection. I mean, if that's this is not like 1 kilo bars of gold that the other guy there, Menendez, had.
He was upgraded on Turkish Airlines. I mean, I was like, you're kidding, right? You're saying getting upgraded now is the sophistic in New York? I mean, everybody's getting bribed in New York with real money, with real illegality, with real promises. The Clinton Foundation is run out of New York. It's an ongoing criminal operation. And you go after the mayor of New York, and I thought, okay, if they're going after him, it's got to be they got him in something big. And I was like, that was the biggest letdown of an indictment I'd ever read. I was like, airline upgrades? That's your big bribery allegation? Obviously, he went AWOL by talking about he didn't want to house all the illegals the Biden administration was coming in. So they punished him with this nonsense prosecution. And obviously, Adams is one of the cleaner mayors of New York when the biggest thing you have against him is campaign donations and which, right there for anybody to see. And policies he had the discretion to issue. And then and airline upgrades.
I want to see when he was elected. He was elected as the mayor in 2021. A lot of this predates his mayoralship. I don't know if that's the word. A lot of this predates him being elected mayor, and it leads me to believe that they either sit on these accusations or they dig them up once someone falls out of political favor.
He got 1,000 allegations on everybody. But I thought they would have had something serious. I mean, the guy's connected to high-ranking New York Police Department and officials. I mean, the New York's finest. Research the New York's finest. It's great New York taxi service. It was a unique taxi service with some unique taxi drivers. So there's real corruption in New York. And all they got him on is airline upgrades and campaign donations and for trying to help somebody be able to get their building ready without having to deal with the regulatory insanity that is New York City.
Robert, was it a sex taxi?
No. It was the taxi service was by the New York Police Department for a special set of customers.
Okay. I immediately went to some massage therapy.
It's actually referenced in the film
The Unusual Suspects.
Yeah.
Got to go back and watch that movie.
That's a great film. That's so good.
So bullshit indictment from a guy because he fell out of political favor because he complained about the migrant crisis after trying to ship all of the migrants that New York had, illegal immigrants, to Canada. For those of you who don't know, that's what he tried to do. And then was complaining about how it's costing the city too much. What was he not getting enough compensation from the federal government for housing illegals and replacing homeless shelters?
Causing disastrous problems. It was causing problems throughout the city. New York City politics is somebody wins, somebody loses, and when illegals are coming in, it's all the voters are losing. So there's no mayor that wants that trade-off.
All right. So, he's going to go to trial. There's going to be no plea deal here. So this goes to trial, what, a year, 2 years?
Yeah, probably. And we'll see if it has any impact. It's amazing. The feds really do love to indict black mayors. They got a real fondness for it. Black mayors who get too uppity, the FBI comes in and finds an excuse to indict.
Well, yeah, you say that though, but then I do think Leticia James deserves to be indicted. Oh, she's not a mayor; she's an attorney general.
Yeah, she's attorney general. That's why she'll never be indicted. She's doing the dirty folks' business. Barack Obama's of the world don't get indicted. It's the guys that don't stay on message.
That's very interesting that you mentioned. I was thinking Fannie Willis also.
Even Marion Barry. That was classic entrapment. That was pure entrapment with Marion Barry. That was a joke of a case.
to go back and refresh my all I remember, smoking crack. That's all I remember. What year was that
Exactly.
in?
Smart on the media. I mean, the how they spun that story, that it was pure entrapment. You know, basically, he wasn't gonna get any until he did it. And she was like, "No, no, you gotta smoke it. No, no, you gotta smoke it. No, no, you gotta smoke it. No, no, you gotta smoke it." All right, fine. You know, I hope she was worth it, but that was a huge entrapment. That's all that was, because Barry had wasn't playing ball on some other issues.